Have you ever wondered what the secret is to making a mature woman go crazy for you, not just physically, but also emotionally? I can assure you, it's not just what you might think. In this video, I'm going to reveal 2 strategies that not only ignite passion, but also deepen the emotional connection, which is what really matters at this stage of life. Let me share something personal. A word, we decided to change our approach. Instead of rushing into the physical aspect, we took some time to reconnect through eye contact, slow touches, and conversations that went beyond the surface. It was as if a spark that had not shone so brightly for some time suddenly reignited, and everything that followed, both physically and emotionally, was incredibly profound over time. I've come to understand that for us mature women, it's not just about movements or techniques. It's about something much more essential, how present you are in that intimate moment. And let me tell you, what I'm about to share with you today is backed by research. According to studies from Harvard University, a solid emotional connection before and during intimate moments significantly increases the pleasure for both partners. It's not just about the physical body, but how both people feel at that moment. So if you're ready to discover how 2 simple strategies can transform your intimate life, stay until the end. I'll also be giving some practical tips based on studies and real experiences that will make her feel more connected, secure, and completely attracted to you. And if it's your first time here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my content. Let's get started. Number 1, the connection that keeps the passion alive. Emotional connection is the key that keeps passion alive, especially when we reach a more mature stage in life. Did you know that sexual desire in women over 50 is deeply linked to how they feel emotionally with their partner? A study from the University of Chicago showed that 80% of the women surveyed valued emotional connection more than the physical act itself, and it makes perfect sense. At this point, the body is just one part of the experience, while the soul and emotions are the true protagonists. Let me give you a tip that often goes unnoticed, but can make a huge difference. Before any intimate encounter, take the time to be truly present with her. What does this mean? Not just being there physically, but connecting through the small things. A genuine conversation. Gentle caresses, looks that speak without words. It's like preparing the ground where each gesture is a seed that lights a spark. And believe me, she will notice. I'll share another personal story. I remember a night with my partner when, instead of starting with the usual routine, we decided to take our time just to be together. We began with a conversation about something that made us laugh, followed by gentle caresses, but without any rush. In the end, we both realized that this prior connection made everything that followed much more intense. Sometimes what you enjoy the most is not the destination, but the journey, the foreplay, the caresses. The whispered words create an environment where both feel valued and desired for a woman. This is crucial. It's not so much the intensity of the physical contact as the quality of the emotional connection that makes the difference. And here, the small actions are what ignite the big fires. A simple trick. Let her know that you desire her, not just with your body, but with your full presence, because when she feels that you are completely there, something changes. It's not just about the physical aspect, it's about how you make her feel appreciated and loved beyond words. And believe me, this not only ignites passion in the moment, but strengthens the bond in the long term. In the end, what we remember most are not the grand gestures, but those intimate moments where we truly felt connected. In any intimate relationship, emotional and physical connection play a vital role in sustaining passion. Stoicism teaches the importance of awareness, presence, and mindfulness, which can be applied to romantic and physical intimacy. The key to keeping the passion alive is creating a bond that goes beyond mere physical touch. By focusing on being present and deeply connected to your partner's emotions and desires, you can cultivate a stronger bond. The connection fuels the attraction and trust between both partners, making the experience much more meaningful and satisfying. Rather than treating physical intimacy as a fleeting moment, Stoicism encourages an intentional approach, focusing on building and maintaining a lasting emotional connection that enhances physical pleasure. Number 2, the power of the spooning position, more than just physical contact. The famous spooning position may seem simple, but it has power that goes far beyond physical closeness for a mature woman. The sense of security and closeness is fundamental, and spooning offers just that, a perfect combination of emotional intimacy and physical pleasure at this stage of life, where experiences are valued as much for how they make us feel inside as for what we enjoy on the outside. This position becomes much more than just a simple brace. Let me explain why spooning is so special. When a woman is in this position, she feels protected, wrapped in your arms, and that generates a sense of security that is essential. Don't be mistaken, this security doesn't dull the spark. On the contrary, it ignites it even more strongly, because when a woman feels safe, she opens up emotionally and therefore also physically. This is where the magic happens. I remember reading a study from the Journal of Sex and Marital Therapy that said couples who practice these types of positions, where constant skin-to-skin contact is present, report feeling more emotionally connected, and it makes perfect sense. Spooning is not just a position to be physically close. It's about creating an emotional bond that many underestimate, but don't just think of it as a passive hug. You can make this moment incredibly special with small details that make a big difference. For example, take the opportunity to whisper in her ear. It doesn't have to be anything elaborate. It can be something as simple as telling her how beautiful she looks or how good it feels to have her. So close, believe me, those words in that moment have a profound impact. Also, while you're in this position, you have access to several sensitive areas of her body. You don't need to move quickly. Slow can be much more powerful. Gentle caresses on her neck, the brushing of your hands over her hips, or even a kiss behind the ear can intensify. The experience spooning allows you to play with anticipation, to build pleasure gradually, making it even more explosive when it's time to move forward in the end. What really counts in this position is how you take advantage of close contact to strengthen the bond. It's an opportunity to connect with her, not just physically but emotionally, creating that comfort that in a mature relationship can be the trigger for something much greater. And as you know, sometimes the slowest step-by-step build-up is what has the most impact. Spooning might seem like a simple position, but it holds immense power in fostering closeness, trust, and a deeper emotional connection. It is more than just physical contact. Spooning creates a sense of safety and security as partners feel physically enveloped by each other's presence. The Stoic philosophy teaches us to be fully present and mindful, and spooning allows couples to relax and enjoy the moment without distractions. It's a perfect position for feeling connected emotionally and mentally, not just physically. In spooning, the physical proximity to your partner allows you to tune into their heartbeat, breath, and movements, fostering a shared rhythm of relaxation and unity. It's an opportunity to feel vulnerable and open, yet safe. The intimacy created here speaks to the deeper levels of human connection, allowing couples to cultivate trust and emotional security. The Stoic lesson here is that intimacy isn't just about the physical pleasure. It's about creating moments of presence where both partners feel truly seen, heard, and valued. Spooning offers a powerful way to communicate that without words, enhancing both physical and emotional closeness. Number 3. Reverse cowgirl for more control. Now let's talk about a position that, although visually exciting, has a much more interesting underlying message for a mature woman. The reverse cowgirl in this position takes control, and my friend, that's something that can completely transform the dynamic between you two. Think about it. At this age, a woman has come to know herself better, to feel more secure in herself, her body, and what she likes. The reverse cowgirl gives her just that: the freedom to set the pace, the angle, and the intensity. For a mature woman who may have dealt with the pressure of meeting expectations throughout her life, having that control during the intimate encounter can be not only liberating but profoundly satisfying. I'll share an anecdote. A friend confessed to me that when she tried this position with her partner for the first time, she felt something completely different. It wasn't just the physical sensation of being able to adjust the movement to what felt best for her, but the confidence that was unleashed in her by taking the reins. In that moment, she realized that pleasure went far beyond the physical. It was about feeling powerful and desired something that impacted both her and her partner. And here's where you come in. Even though she's in control, your role is crucial. It's about supporting her and making her feel that she has total freedom to explore what she likes. In fact, studies by sexologist Tracy Cox have shown that when a woman feels she has control over her pleasure, the level of satisfaction and enjoyment significantly increases. So instead of just being a passive spectator, you can participate with words, caresses, and looks that reinforce that empowerment. Moreover, from this position, you have an amazing view of her body, which adds a visual layer that is very exciting. But the interesting part is that it's not just about the physical perspective, but about what that image conveys: a confident woman who knows what she wants and isn't afraid to show it. It's a powerful reminder of the confidence that these types of experiences can generate at a stage when many think that passion has faded. And don't underestimate the emotional impact of this position when she feels free to explore without judgments or pressures. A new dimension of intimacy opens up between both of you. It's like saying to her, "You decide, I trust you, and believe me." That has an impressive effect. It's not just the act itself, it's about how you connect with her body and mind during that moment. In the end, the reverse cowgirl is much more than a physically pleasurable position. It's a space for her to express her confidence, her desire, and her freedom. And for you, it's an opportunity to show that you appreciate and value every part of that, because at this stage, the most powerful aphrodisiac is undoubtedly confidence. The reverse cowgirl position is not just about changing things up physically. It's about allowing the woman to take full control of the rhythm and movement during intimacy. Stoicism emphasizes self-discipline and being in control of one's desires and actions, which aligns with the concept of this position. When the woman is in control, it allows her to express her confidence, feel empowered, and fully immerse herself in the experience. This position is all about giving her the freedom to lead, reinforcing the idea of self-empowerment and balance in a relationship. In reverse cowgirl, the woman has the advantage of dictating the pace and depth of the experience, aligning it with her desires. The Stoic practice of understanding one's own needs and boundaries comes into play here, ensuring both partners communicate effectively and stay attuned to each other's comfort levels. When a woman is given the space to take control, it builds her confidence and allows her to explore her own desires fully, fostering a more balanced and equal dynamic in the relationship. This position allows both partners to grow closer by respecting and empowering each other, ultimately reinforcing a deeper connection. Number 4. Rhythm is everything. How to read her body. Rhythm is everything when it comes to pleasure. Although we often focus on technique or position, what truly makes a difference is how you tune into her body. Every person has their own rhythm, their own body language, and learning to read it is fundamental for creating an unforgettable experience. This isn't something that can be done automatically. It requires attention, presence, and above all, patience. The first thing you need to understand is that the body of a mature woman responds to stimuli differently than it did in her youth. According to a study by the Kinsey Institute, the sexual response in women over 50 can be slower, but also much deeper and sustained when given the right time and attention. This means that rushing can be one of the biggest mistakes you make. Imagine her body is like a piece of music. Sometimes it's soft and slow with delicate notes building up gradually, and other times it will rise in intensity, reaching a climax that can be truly explosive. Your job is to learn to listen to that rhythm. How do you do it? Pay attention to her breathing. When it becomes faster or deeper, it's a clear sign that you're on the right track. Also observe how she reacts to touches, kisses, or movements. If she arches slightly or closes her eyes, it's likely that you're hitting the right notes. And here's an important tip. Don't be afraid to ask. Sometimes we complicate things, thinking we have to guess every detail, but the truth is that open communication is one of the most important secrets for a fulfilling, intimate life. A simple, "Do you like this?" or "How do you feel?" can open the door to a much higher level of pleasure. Remember, vulnerability in these moments doesn't make you less of a man. On the contrary, it makes you more conscious and connected. Something that usually works well is alternating between rhythms. Don't get stuck in one tempo. Start slow, gentle, letting anticipation do its work. And then when you feel her body asking for it, increase the intensity, but be careful. It's not about making a sudden change, but about a gradual increase that makes every second even more pleasurable. Another crucial aspect is that rhythm isn't just about physical movement, it's also about the emotional. Sometimes a whisper in her ear or a word said at just the right moment can change the entire atmosphere for a woman. Pleasure isn't only physical, it's about feeling desired, appreciated, and above all, understood. The key is to stay present without falling into the trap of completing a task. This isn't a marathon. There's no finish line to reach quickly. In fact, the more time you take to tune into her body, to read every signal she gives you, the more explosive the outcome will be. At the end of the day, when you learn to read a woman's body, you realize that it doesn't need to be overly complicated. It's simply a matter of being in sync, paying attention to the details, and being flexible with the rhythm. Because in reality, what makes an experience unforgettable isn't just what you do, but how you do it and the level of connection you achieve in the process. In physical intimacy, rhythm plays a pivotal role in creating harmony and increasing pleasure for both partners. Rhythm is about finding a flow that works for both partners, ensuring the experience is mutually fulfilling. Stoicism teaches the importance of balance and harmony in life, which can also be applied to physical relationships. When both partners find a shared rhythm, it creates a sense of unity and synchronicity that can intensify pleasure and deepen the emotional bond. Rhythm isn't just about maintaining a steady pace, it's about listening to your partner's body, adjusting as needed, and staying in tune with each other's responses. Effective communication, both verbal and nonverbal, is key to establishing and maintaining rhythm. The ability to stay present in the moment and maintain a mindful awareness of your partner's signals ensures that both partners feel connected and satisfied. In this context, Stoicism's emphasis on mindfulness can enhance the experience, helping couples stay attuned to each other's needs and desires, ultimately creating a more intimate and fulfilling connection. Number 5. Fantasies. After 50, let's talk about something that often remains in the shadows, but can be the trigger for a more fulfilling and exciting intimate life: fantasies. Yes, even after 50, This stage of life is the perfect time to be brave and explore those desires you may have kept hidden for years. And believe me, your partner probably has hers as well. It's often believed that fantasies are a thing of youth. But the truth is that according to a study published in the Archives of Sexual Behavior, both men and women continue to have active sexual fantasies well into their 60s and 70s. However, what sets apart the couples who manage to bring those fantasies to life from those who don't is the courage to talk about them. And this is where many stumble, because opening up about these desires can be uncomfortable or even intimidating. But I assure you, once you break that back area, everything becomes much more exciting. Imagine this: a quiet afternoon, both of you relaxed at home, maybe with a glass of wine in hand. The atmosphere is perfect to start a conversation about those little desires that have never been shared. You don't have to jump straight into it. You can start with something light, like "I've always been intrigued by the idea of," or "Have you ever thought about this?" where you create a safe space where both of you can talk without feeling judged. And when that trust is present, the doors open to a new level of intimacy. Don't think that these fantasies always have to be extravagant. They can be as simple as trying something new at home, changing the usual spot in the house, or even planning a trip to some exotic destination where both of you can escape the routine. The point is to dare to step out of the ordinary, to explore and discover each other in ways you might not have considered. The idea is to create a space where you can both be completely authentic, when both feel free to talk about what they like or what they've always wanted to try. A stronger connection is created, and here's another tip. Listen to her many times. Simply allowing her to express her desires without judgment or prejudice is a great gift. That feeling of being heard and understood is powerful and can light a spark that you might not have known was there. In the end, fantasies after 50 are not just about the act itself, but about the freedom to explore together, to experience new sensations, and to rediscover each other in a stage of life where love, trust, and complicity play a much deeper role. So if you've ever thought that you've tried everything, you could let me tell you that there's still a lot to discover. It's just a matter of daring to wrap up. I want you to hold on to one clear idea. No matter your age, there's always room to keep learning, exploring, and enjoying your intimate life. Even more maturity is not a barrier. It's a door to a new stage of personal and shared discovery. Today we talked about positions, emotional connection fantasies, and how trust is the most important ingredient. Everything you need to revitalize your intimate life is already within you. You just need to put it into practice, so the next time you're with your partner, remember what we talked about here. Be aware, present, and above all, enjoy the moment, because life, my friend, is too short not to make the most of it. Fantasies can play a significant role in keeping the excitement alive in a mature relationship. Fantasies allow individuals to explore new aspects of their desires and communicate those needs with their partners in a healthy way. Stoicism encourages self-awareness and the practice of expressing desires in a balanced and thoughtful manner. By sharing fantasies, couples can expand their understanding of each other, deepening trust and enhancing emotional and physical connection. Exploring fantasies together requires a foundation of trust and openness. It's important to approach these conversations with curiosity, non-judgment, and empathy, ensuring both partners feel safe and comfortable discussing their desires. Stoicism teaches the importance of maintaining balance and mutual respect in all aspects of life, including intimate relationships. When approached in this way, fantasies become a tool for growth and deeper connection rather than a source of tension or misunderstanding. By embracing each other's fantasies in a respectful and considerate manner, couples can enhance their bond, keep the passion alive, and ensure a healthy, dynamic relationship built on trust and mutual satisfaction. If you've made it this far, you're one of the champions. Write "I love wisdom" in the comments so I know you've completed this journey with me. And if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and activate the notification bell. I want this to be a space where we talk about important topics that impact your life and help you improve day by day. I sincerely hope that this message has been useful to you. I want to congratulate you greatly for having come this far and for having finished the video. That means that you want to improve as a person. If you like the video, leave your comment. If you don't know what to comment, I dare. I know you made it to the end. If you are not yet subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Subscribe now and join us. Thank you for your attention. Until next time. Warrior.